For the last 8 days, I've been confronting some hardcore fears, like just situations in my daily life. And really, the situations aren't the point of this conversation. The point is the power of the energy we sometimes move through. You know, busting through fears and overcoming those fears is a big part of this spiritual journey to overcome ourselves and become our highest version so we can go where we need to go. And man, it can be intense, like one day at a time, one moment at a time. And what you're doing is when you are overcoming that fear, that's old energy you're coming up against. And so once you bust through it, now your system, your energy field has to find a way to handle that energy now. It comes up because that's how you used to respond, that's how you used to experience life. And when it's no longer relevant and you work through it and you're like, I won't let this control me anymore, you move through that, and then for it to release on the other side, to create something new, it's gotta go through the tension, it's gotta go through the fire, it's gotta pull you under and scrape you clean of its existence. And you know, I felt pretty brave and confident about moving through those fears. It's just the grappling with the old and the new, sometimes I get caught up in, and I know a lot of other people do as well. It can be intense, you know, it's like the old fighting the new, you feel a little crazy, you gotta hold the tension, maybe you're a little more irritable, and you end up kind of like fighting it until you don't. And so for the last several days, I was just like, what is going on with me? Like normally I just move through it, shift, and then, you know, let the tension be there and then it moves through. But this time it's felt like it's dragged on. But then I realize I've got to be gentle on myself because it seems like it's been one thing after another with cleansing and healing fear. Can you relate? I know astrology has a lot to do with it. I know there's, you know, beautiful star alignment that is working for our highest and best good. But I just gotta share the experience. I gotta work through it. I've gotta explain it and share it because there's somebody else out there who knows what I'm talking about. There's other people out there experiencing this and they feel alone and they don't have any support. Because you know what, nobody paved this path for me. Yeah, I've got guides and I've got people I listen to, but nothing really prepares you for till you go through it. And people don't always talk about how these experiences feel. You know, they give you the logical side, they give you, you know, what it looks like, but feeling it and describing it is a different kind of thing. And so I got a little caught up in fighting it. Like the doubts have had their way with me a bit. And I felt like I'm just sitting in that doubt and I'm like, I can't do this and I'm stuck here and how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna push through the other side? I couldn't see the light. And I did a video yesterday about blind faith. And I feel like for 8 days, that's what I've been living off of. And I started getting to the point where I was just worn down and I'm like, oh, each moment I'm just like pushing up against myself. Like I'm wanting to just sit here and do nothing. And somehow I just I'm not worn out. I'm just really in a place where I'm being resistant. And instead of just sitting there and thinking about it, I've been doing something different. I've been getting out and doing stuff. And I'm really proud of myself. It's not fun. Who could relate? You know, when you are in this tension, do you really want to do much? No. Most of the time, it's good to give yourself a break and settle down. And I do that. But I've had a lot of energy and movement. And as we bust the energies that we're moving through, as we move through the fear, we need to move it in our bodies too. We need to take action. And so through the fighting and the pushing, I've managed to keep going and getting myself moving things. And it feels good, but it's been one step at a time. And I've been feeling frustrated. And today I feel like I finally broke through, and it always boils down to the simplest thing. The simplicity of doing this work always seems to be the most profound. And it's simply accepting. So simple, and yet underestimated, understated, underused. You know, when you got all this energy flying around in you and you're just like trying to grasp on, trying to move through it. And then you're like, shit, I'm like the Tasmanian devil reaching out in a million different directions, trying to fight all these thoughts coming through when I just need to accept where I'm at and sit there and let it move through and let it pass. It's all happening for our highest and best good. What do you do when you're in the discomfort? It's the discomfort. And it's a lot easier to move through it when we just sit in peace and allow it to exist. Let it have its place to move through. It's so simple, and yet not always so simple to do. But I feel the unraveling happening now. I'm to a place where I start feeling things shift. I had some projects that I wanted to work on and I felt pressure with, and I kept just thinking, oh, I can't do it. How am I going to get this done? And after I sat down and accepted today and let it wash over me, I started seeing the creative movement. I got a different perspective from the project that I was working on, and things started opening up. So, just a little bit of wisdom wherever you're at. If you're fighting, you're pushing up against the resistance, you're trying to grasp, things feel insane. Just accept it. And relax into it. You'll thank yourself for it. Now I'm going to catalog this into my wisdom bank here. So next time I can tap into that a little sooner. Who knows though, maybe I was supposed to let it drag out because I was conquering one thing after another, and so my body's just like, well, hey, I've got to catch up with my processing here. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, watching. I hope you found some wisdom. Hope you found a piece of advice that helped you. Maybe you're going through something and you can relate. Whatever it is, I appreciate you watching. Love and laughter. Till the next video.